Hi everyone and welcome to Vintage Digitals. We are continuing the watch review series with a watch from Seiko that has also been used by NASA in some of its missions, and that is the Seiko A827, a very special watch because it has the most unique way of cycling through its functions. And we'll also be opening it up to see how that actually works. And let's kick things off with aesthetics. The watch is small in comparison to today's standards, measuring in at only 37mm in diameter. It is an all-metal watch with a beautiful shape and one of the most extraordinary back covers I have seen in a digital watch, with a very unique pattern. It has 4 buttons on the side and a chapter ring that rotates to cycle through the 12 functions of the watch. You have time, a stopwatch, an alarm, and a countdown timer. Aside from that, it has 8 preset countdown timers, supposedly used for yachting. The display has 2 rows of digits and can be read very accurately. And yes, it does have the old too classic microlight. The A827 has many variations, some more different than the other, but all have the same basic module, and it is advertised as a yachting timer. The module I have is the 6010. Moreover, it has a sister line, the A829. Now, the A827 was certified for use on the space shuttle, but the later A829 series was the one seen in many missions in space. Alright, so let's open up the watch and see exactly how this ring works and how does it cycle through the watch's functions once you rotate it. And as you can see, there is no toothed sprocket that engages anything from the chapter ring to the module itself. So how does it all work? Well, this is how. You might see here that we have some small button-like protrusions. So these 4, let's call them buttons, are the means through which the movement from the ring is transferred to the module. And as the bezel rotates, it does various combinations through these 4 buttons. So once I rotate the ring, you will see that one of them will rise, and this one is already up. So on rotation, this one will lift up. There we go. So you can see that's lifted up, and probably, yes, this one will dive back in, but once it's in the module, it has a spring that pushes it down. But as you did see, as you rotate this, these pushers will come up and down and form different patterns. So like this is one on, one off, one off, one off. That means one of the functions on the front. Similar, if you have 2 on and 2 off, that is a different function. It's sort of like binary code. And I'll show you. So we know that we have 12 options, and these options are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Each feature of the watch, let's call it an option. And we know that we have 4 of those buttons. So these are the buttons. And I'll try to draw from your perspective. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And here we have option 1, option 2, option 3, option 4, and so on. So for each option, we have 4 ways of combining those buttons. So supposedly option 2 means button 1 on, and we'll call it on, and these off. For option 2, we might have these 2 on and the rest off. For option 4, we might have the center one on and the rest of them off. So as you can see, with those 4 buttons, Seiko have managed this is actually binary coding, to send the position of the chapter ring to the module just through these 4 buttons. And the place where the buttons strike the watch are these points. So one here, one there, and another one there. And you can actually see on the back that there is a small pad acting like a button. So this will travel up and down depending on how the ring is positioned. And that's how it works. Now let's give this beauty some marks. Collectability wise, it is sought after because of the whole relationship to NASA and because it appeared in the movie 2010 worn by actor Roy Schneider. Because it has variations, people are tempted to collect the whole line, so you'll have competition in the collector's market. We'll give it an 8 out of 10. Price wise, things are decent for such a collectible watch. Models can range from $120 to $180 depending on condition. For the A829, expect to pay a little more than that. 7 out of 10 for price. Availability is not bad, with at least one watch available on eBay every month, but you are better waiting a bit for one that doesn't have the chapter ring scratched, as this is a common issue. 7 out of 10 for availability. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I try to release as often as I can digital watch related videos, reviews, repairs, all that good stuff. And before you go, remember to check out right at the ending some other YouTube channels that have very good content, especially if you're a watch aficionado. And a special shout out to Michael Reitberger for sending this Casio F18. It's a beautiful watch from Casio that embodies the raw image of the digital watch. Thank you, Michael, it will be a nice addition to my collection. And until next time, don't forget to wear your vintage digital watches. Bye.